In Capital News tonight, Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa launches water diversion projects to allow construction of Julius Nyerere Hydro Power Station. A miner is killed and 2 others are trapped by rubble at Murambaka Gold Mine in Simiyu region. And in sports, Simba Sports Club coach concerned on absence of Fraga in the Simba Plateau United FC game on November 27th. Good evening. This is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's start things off with the national news. Prime Minister of the United Republic of Tanzania, Kassim Majaliwa, has launched an alternative path to transport water under the earth aimed at diverting water from River Rufiji so as to allow space for construction of a special wall at the catchment area of the Julius Nyerere Hydro Power Station project.
Sisi tunaendelea kuwaombea sana. Muendelee kuwa na afya njema.
We will continue to pray for you that you may continue to have good health so that this project is completed at a level we've witnessed and on time. Also, Tanzanians are eagerly waiting for this project, so we hope that they will see the benefits of this project at the specified time. Excavation of the middle section of the river is expected to begin once the river is diverted. This is a big project of its kind, very important to our nation, because it is expected that once completed, it will reduce the cost of electricity, stop flooding, and conserve the environment.
And previously, the Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa expressed satisfaction with the pace on the construction of the modern railway system from Dar es Salaam to Morogoro, which is over 90% complete, while also assuring Tanzanians that the train will be used by passengers for the first time by April of next year instead of December this year, as was intended previously.
Serikali ya kuanzisha miradi hii mikubwa ni pamoja na hilo. Ili kuwapa fursa wa Tanzania kushiriki.
The government intends on starting these projects so that Tanzanians are able to participate in the construction.
Mambo mengine ni ya mbali zaidi.
Kuna uwekaji wa nguzo za umeme, lakini vivile kuna uwekaji wa mataluma.
We are 100% complete on cutting and filling phases, cutting through hills to level the area.
One person identified as Nyangwe, aged 32, a resident of Maranga village in Butiama district, Mara region, has died, and 2 others were seriously injured after a mine shaft collapsed on them.
Mchimbaji wa mgodi wa Bugumbaka, tukio lililotokea la duara kuanguka.
The incident occurred at around 11 a.m. after the explosion, which caused soil to fall on 6 people. We were immediately rescued and rushed to the hospital. I'm grateful that we were attended to quickly.
A few days after the directive given by the Prime Minister to regional commissioners ordering to follow up on recent price hikes in cement, the regional commissioner of Shinyanga, Zainab Telek, has banned traders from selling construction equipment, including cement, at high prices, with some residents of the region complaining of failure to continue with construction due to inflated prices of cement and other equipment.
Mimi ambacho nataka niseme, nitoe wito kwa wafanyabiashara. Watusaidie. Tumeona hizo bei na gharama zao za kusafirisha.
My message to business owners is that they help us. We've seen the costs involved, but from the calculation we've computed, they should not go above.
Transport kutoka Dar es Salaam mpaka kufika hapa kwa tani ni shilingi 110,000.
Transport costs from Dar es Salaam to this place is 110,000 per ton, which means per bag it costs 5,250. So a bag of cement gets to Shai at a cost of 18,750.
Meanwhile, cement has continued to be scarce in some retail shops in Dar es Salaam, with shops that have the commodity selling at the directed price.
It is hard to get cement. It's been 4 weeks now since I last received any. Production has slowed down. Now customers are not able to get bricks because cement is hard to come by.
Defense and security organs in Dar es Salaam have arrested 36 illegal immigrants, 30 among them from Ethiopia and 6 from Somalia, after entering the country illegally along the shores of Mbweni on November 15th.
Siku ya tarehe 14 kuamkia tarehe 15 katika maeneo ya fukwe za Mbweni tulibaini uwepo wa kundi la vijana ambao walikuwa wamejificha katika mikoko.
On early 15th, in Mbweni Coast, we spotted a group of youths hiding in the mangroves. Our safety and security organs were informed and made an arrest. After interrogation, it was discovered that they were illegal immigrants.
Kwamba hawa ni wahamiaji haramu.
Sheria yetu sasa hivi inatoa adhabu kali sana kwa hao wote wanaohusika na uingiaji holela pamoja na wale wanaowasafirisha.
The law is strict against those involved in illegal entering and those aiding them. 2 weeks ago, some people were arrested in Pwani region and 6 were the ones in charge of the operation, but they were taken to court. This is why this time round the group did not go through Pwani. Dar es Salaam is secure.
The United States Embassy in the country has given over 700 million Tanzanian shillings as grants to more than 6 community projects through USAID for projects which will be implemented by community members.
We at the U.S. Embassy want to do whatever we can to boost your efforts, to help you achieve the goals at the local level, and to address some of the concerns that you have.
And Tanzanians have joined other countries in the world in commemoration of World Statistics Day, with Tanzania Statistical Association, TASTA, urging all statisticians of the government and private institutions to ensure they use official data which has legal authority.
Tunaomba kabisa kwamba takwimu hizi zisitolewe tu ovyo.
We ask that statistics is not issued carelessly, but that we must follow procedures in place.
Tunasisitiza na kuiomba serikali na wadau wote mbalimbali kwamba
we must continue to use statistics in our work, but also this applies to individuals.
And that is all for national news. International news is next. And now in international news. National Unity Platform NUP presidential candidate in Uganda, Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobi Wine, has been arrested in Luika district, where he had been scheduled to address his supporters as he looks for votes ahead of the 2021 general election. He was arrested on Wednesday morning following a scuffle between his supporters and security officers at his campaign venue. Police have accused MP Kyagulanyi of having more than 200 supporters recommended by the Electoral Commission to contain further spread of COVID-19.
The IGP has instructed the Director of Operations, all zonal and territorial commanders to ensure all unauthorized rallies, assemblies and processions, affected communities will definitely face sanctions.
Use of the national ID in Kenya will cease as from December 12th next year, with the use of Huduma card across the country set to begin on December 1st. The Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i said there will be another opportunity for mass registration for the Huduma card in April 2021.
The reason
law is
why
strict
you are
against
getting this
those
card,
involved in illegal entering, and those
it's called
aiding them.
Huduma card.
2 weeks ago,
Huduma
some
card,
people were arrested in
it
Pwani
means
region,
a service
and
card.
6 were
It's
the
the card
ones
that you're
in
going to
charge
use to
of
get
the
services
operation. But they were taken
wherever
to
you
court.
go in the
This is
country.
why this time round,
When we
the
did
group
the
did not
registration
go
exercise
through
last year,
Pwani.
we registered
Dar es
about
Salaam is
37
secure.
million people. To be served in a public office, you must produce this. But between now and 12 months from now, you have time to collect your card.
Almost a year after what is considered as Germany's biggest art heist in recent history, the jewel robbery of the Greenwald Museum in Dresden Palace last November, 3 people have been arrested. The heist itself was spectacular and priceless items and jewelry had been stolen. These arrests comes after a series of raids by police across Germany. Our correspondent with our media partner Deutsche Welle, Emmanuel Charles, joins us now with more. So, Emmanuel, what do we know about these police operations?
Well, 3 suspects in that Greenwald case, in the robbery case, have been arrested at dawn on Tuesday in the German capital here in Berlin, following a massive police operation. More than 1,600 police officers were on duty. The people arrested are unnamed German citizens in their 20s. They were arrested in the German capital, but a search warrant has been issued for 2 other suspects. What's interesting here is that the suspect arrested seemed to be linked to a family that was already known to police for having taken part to another museum heist in Berlin this time, where 100 kilograms gold coin had been robbed in 2017 and never found back.
Well, this heist made headlines last year. Could you remind us a little bit about the heist itself?
Well, it was spectacular. Security footage of the museum last year showed that at least 2 suspects broke in, one smashing glass cases with an axe to get to the jewels. Street lights were knocked out in the whole area around the museum during the burglary, and that was connected to the heist. And there's also a car which was the same model as the getaway car that was set on fire in the streets. In fact, guards were on duty in the museum when the heist happened. However, they were unarmed, so they didn't intervene.
Well, one of the things that made this heist such big news globally is the items that were stolen. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, the museum houses one of the largest collections of masterpieces in Europe, and the thieves fled with items from at least 3 collections, including jewelry that belonged to a 19th century Saxony queen and also a 49-carat diamond. Within 5 minutes of the alarm being triggered, and the value of the robbery is estimated at well over €1 billion. We're talking about around 100 royal jewels and ornaments that were not only priceless for their monetary value, but also in terms of European history.
So even with these arrests, what is the likelihood of recovering some, if not all, of the priceless artifacts that were stolen?
Well, we don't know yet if and when the items will be recovered. In the case of the gold coin I was mentioning earlier, in the case of the robbery that happened in 2017 in Berlin, the gold coin has never been recovered, even if the suspects have already been judged and convinced for the robbery. So we can only hope that the jewels this time will be recovered.
Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that update and insight. Until next time. And that special report ends our international news. We'll be back with business news after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production. Infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and now in business news. NMB Bank has launched the first ATM machine in the country which can provide cash services in foreign currencies to clients and non-clients of the bank.
Benki za biashara kusaidia ili kuhakikisha kuwa huduma hizi za kubadilisha fedha nchini.
Commercial banks to ensure money exchange services are readily available. NMB Bank has worked on this directive, and we've come up with technology that provides the right solution.
Furahi sana kuona leo benki ya NMB inazindua mashine ya kutoa fedha za.
NMB Bank today has launched a money exchange service, the first in the country, exchanging euro, pound, US dollars to Tanzanian shillings.
And Tanzania Revenue Authority TRA is implementing a door-to-door campaign in Dar es Salaam's Kariakoo tax zone, which aims to provide taxpayer education to traders who were also reminded to pay their taxes before December 31st to avoid stern action against them.
It is important to train taxpayers so that they pay tax willingly. We are also reminding businessmen and women when the tax is due.
Kwa sababu ukiona tu TRA wale wanakuja tunaambizana wewe funga wanakuja.
TRA is now more approachable. They come and sit with you and you talk about it.
The District Commissioner of Bariadi, Festo Kiswaga, has warned gold miners and buyers at Dutwa and Burumbaka mines who are smuggling minerals out of the district to Mara and Shinyanga regions for cutting that stern action will be taken against them.
Sana kwa unyenyekevu mkubwa kwamba endapo wewe unajijua unatowesha madini kupitia maloli ni marufuku.
Tayari tumeshawasiliana na vyombo vingine vya dola.
We've contacted the police force and the national security, and they are on standby.
That's all for business. Sports is up next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lend.
And now in sports. Simba SC coach Sven Vandenberg has admitted the absence of Wenger Gerson Fraga has affected his plans for the CAF Champions League match against Plateau United FC. Here is more.
Giants were drawn to face each other in the competition, with Simba playing away in the first leg on November 27th
before the return leg is set for December 4th at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. The Belgian tactician has now admitted the absence of the Brazilian player, who is nursing a knee injury sustained during a team's mainland Premier League match against Biashara United, has forced him to change his plans for the competition completely and start afresh. In an earlier interview, Van der Broek said he has received video clips of their opponents, Plateau United of Nigeria, ahead of their first meeting.
Aga Khan have emerged winners of the Kazim Nasir Commemoration Division 8 2020 Cup after defeating Caravans by 115 runs to 154 in a T50 game.
Mwaka huu tunaona DRCC Cricket Sports.
Right now we see the new RCC, the Tanzania Cricket Football Club, have participated. Well, we have changed the chairman, so this year the environment is better. The grounds are well managed and the grass is cut. They also participate well and come to watch matches. So this year it's different. They are more open-minded. They also take advice from us if there are any changes needed.
Plans to allow supporters back into football matches perhaps before the end of the year being considered by the UK government. Here is the story.
The proposals could come into effect at the end of the current national lockdown and allow a small number of fans to attend games in areas under Tier 1 restrictions, the lightest set of local coronavirus measures. A concerted campaign, #LetFansIn, has been conducted by supporters, groups and clubs in recent weeks after plans for return at the beginning of October were abandoned. Clubs, especially lower down the pyramid, are desperate for the revenue provided by matchday tickets. Fans, meanwhile, were aggravated by the inconsistencies which allowed people to pay to watch matches in the cinema, but not in stadiums.
Germany's humiliating 6-0 defeat against Spain on Tuesday night was their worst defeat in almost 90 years and their worst competitive defeat ever. Here's more.
Joachim Löw's side were torn apart in Sevilla. Ferran Torres scored a hat-trick while Alvaro Morata, Rodri and Mikel Oyarzabal all got on the score sheet, even after Spain lost Sergio Ramos and Sergio Canales to injury in the first half. The result surpasses famous losses such as the 5-1 defeat to England in 2001 and the 8-3 defeat to West Germany suffered to Hungary during the 1954 World Cup. It was equaled only by a 6-0 defeat to Austria in 1931 and beaten only by a 9-0 thrashing against England amateurs in 1909 when the concept of a German national team was in its infancy. The last time Germany conceded 6 in a game was during the 1958 World Cup in the third-place playoff against France.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and have a good night.